Hey, Memphis Mafia kid, we're back here. Me and our little Sookie. She wanted to be on the camera today. Hey, we're back and really have got some wild questions. So let's try to do the best we can with them, Teresa.
Okay. Deb Roy, if Elvis could come back for an hour, what would you say to him?
See what I mean about the questions?
So-
Man, that one is.
She's probably going to leave her.
That man, 1 hour if he come back. I mean, first I would want to tell him how much I missed him. I'm sure hug him, and then, man, there would be so many questions. Uh, you know how things were in heaven, all about things in life and stuff that's going on here. That is one great way out there question. I know we've got another.
Could you
one
even
too,
get it in an hour?
like I said, I can only imagine. There's no way. I can say this: there wouldn't be a second lost.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, okay. Kelly Findley, if Elvis was alive today, do you think he and Priscilla would have gotten back together?
Here we go. You know, we had, as always, you have controversy on a lot of things, and all I can do on a question like that is just answer what my opinion would be, and we all have opinions, and other people's going to agree and disagree, but I personally, like I've said before, even with Priscilla, I do not think that they would have actually got back together as far as a marriage, or like a permanent thing. I can't see that, but just my opinion.
Trudy Dunaway, how do you feel about Graceland being a tourist museum?
I think we've talked about this a couple times. I mean, with that, yeah, I'm gonna let her get that. With that, it's kind of it's kind of a 50-50 thing. I I remember and feel and see Graceland as a home, uh, and all the great times and fun and happiness we had. But I also see it that other people want to see it, and it's the life somewhat of Elvis and the home of Elvis Presley and all his presence and you know, people need to see that.
Makes them feel closer
Yeah,
to him, I
I,
think.
I hope I'm gonna. But on the other hand, it kind of like I said, you don't want to. I don't like it. Maybe if that's the word of seeing it as a museum, because. But I do. I hope I answered that question the best I could. So.
Okay, Reese Fry. Charlie Hodge said that Elvis had bone cancer. Is there any truth to that? Suki, calm down. It's okay.
That's another good question, and all I can tell you is I never heard that until after the fact, and it never was mentioned. I mean, if like I said, once again, it's hard to say what somebody else said. I know Charlie, and Charlie was a great man. Maybe he knew something, other people didn't. I honestly don't know, but like I said, I never heard that. So, I mean.
D. Angel. I hope it's a long time from now, but when you when you do pass on, how do you imagine the reunion to be?
Now, how weird is that? And that's from who? D. Angel?
Hey, at least it's not D. Devil.
Wow.
It's not Devil.
Hey, you know what? In case I didn't hear it, would you read that one more time, please?
All right.
Now see what I was telling you about the questions?
The angel,
wow.
I hope it's a long time from now, but when you do pass on, how do you imagine the reunion?
Well, I hope it's a long time from now, too.
Me too.
Still got a whole lot of living that I would like to do. I can tell you, in my heart, the same as with a lot of families, but I'm going to tell you how I feel. Seeing family, if we're able, whatever that may be, it's going to be one hell of a reunion. And I don't want to say I can't wait for it, because I can, if you know what I mean.
That kind of goes back to the first question.
It does.
But you'll have more time to say the things that, you want to say or whatever.
Right, and we don't know, I mean, we do know beyond, but we don't know exactly. I mean, some people may argue with you, of what's beyond where we're at now, but I do feel like that somehow or another, whether it's spiritual or soul or whatever, or of seeing and knowing each other again, I do feel that. And like I said, that's going to be one hell of a reunion, but I can wait a little while for it.
Yeah.
Great, way out there question. And it kind of worried me about the angel. Like, you tried to tell.
At least it wasn't the devil.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah, like you tried to tell me something? Okay.
No. Okay, Mr. Dean Music. Did Graceland have a certain smell?
When I first seen that question, it was kind of eerie. It did. And I know everybody's going to say, what, explain it. I can't. Graceland always, to me, smelled the same. I mean, it was a nice smell, but it was
Unique, maybe?
unique, different. But from the time, to me, I walked in that door, and it was all over the whole. It just had its own smell. I mean, it wasn't like cologne or from Cologne or Cologne. I just made that word up.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, Cologne. Or cleaning supply. It had its own smell, and that is one hell of a great question.
I'm gonna add a part to it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Have you? Wait, you're scared you don't have an answer? Ever kind of? How sometimes, like with me, maybe I'll smell something that'll remind me of my grandmother's house or something. Have you ever gotten out with a whiff of a smell that reminded you of Grayson? That said, hey, that smells kind of familiar. So just
Believe it or not, no. But I mean, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But when I read that question
Mm-hmm.
over the first time to write it down, it was almost like I could smell it.
It brought that memory back.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It just, like I said, it was a kind of a weird, eerie feeling, and I thought, man, that is a great question, and it really was.
All right, and the last question, Becky D, did you ever ride the horses at Graceland?
Yes, we rode horses. Never rode Sun. I don't know if there was probably a few that did or may have, but I never did. But yeah, we rode a couple up there. Of course, there was a couple ponies up there. Rory Miller that I told you about, he actually had a horse that he brought to Graceland for a while, and we would ride and enjoy him. Yeah, and still, even in the later years, we had some horses. Used to love to ride. Probably still would today, but can't afford to feed them.
Really? Can't hardly afford to feed ourselves.
Inflation. Y'all know what we're talking about. Hey, y'all. If you hadn't subscribed, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we got some different new things, wouldn't you say, Teresa, coming up?
Within a couple of weeks, we're going to
Yes.
be...
We're not going to give it away.
No. No.
But it's gonna be. We're gonna have
a little different, but we'll still be doing this kind of video. But like on the Wednesday videos, there'll be something a little different.
Yeah, a little MMK and T with a twist.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're gonna get out of here. Remember, we love our Elvis family. And oh, wait a minute. Before I go, I talked to Danielle last night. There's only 30, maybe less tickets left for that last day of the meet and greet with Mom and Daddy. Me and Teresa's going to be there.
August 2022.
Yes, the 13th and 14th.
Yes.
And the 14th is the only day she's got a few tickets left. If you hadn't got yours, grab it. Come on out and see us. We can't wait. And Teresa, what do we always say?
We always live Elvis.